Hello YouTube. We're gonna do this video. This one is about welding costs, initial costs to start welding. So first you want to start out, you're gonna need a welding machine. I decided to go with a Weld Pro. It's on a Lean Lane LTD, but the reason I went with them seemed like they got good technical support. The price range, it was easy to get into welding. It was less than $400. Actually, the unit cost $368, and it had free shipping. And they ship really fast, by the way. And so it also, that machine has stick, and it has MIG, and it has flux core. And I'm really excited about learning how to stick weld, although everybody say you need to, MIG is the easiest, which is correct. It seems to be overall easy. But anyway, we got the Weld Pro welder, and it's about 24 pounds or what have you. So you're going to need that. That was at $368. You'll see a video in the bottom in discussion where I did the cart, and you'll see a video about the table down in discussion and one about the helmet. So initial cost, $368 for the welder. And that can go all the way up to $1,600, $2,000, depending on what you want to buy. Mid-range is probably $700. Harbor Freight has a good one, and Lincoln has a good one. Everlast, rather than the $700, $800 range. So you can do that, MIG and flux core. So we got that. You buy the welder, then you have to get the tank if you're going to do MIG with solid wire. And that was like $194. And then for the gas mixture inside, like an additional $20. This here is a 55 cubic foot tank. You can get them all the way up to 125 or whatever. But I figure that's all I need to start out with. And so we'll go from there. All right, let's move over to the table. This wood table I already had. And so I went back and repurposed this table. So first thing I did the other day, of course you have your writing notes, like the amperage that you use, the size of metal, if you're going to fabricate something, stuff like that. And I got the owner's manual down in that manual. But one of the things I did is you have to have so many blades. You have to switch back different blades, whether you use a grinder or whether you're using a cutting wheel. And so what I did is I mounted this down on the bottom. So for safety reason, I only have one cable running out to the plug, and if I use two different grinders with two different wheels, instead of taking the time to change the wheels, just plug the grinder in and leave them on the table. That'll be a little bit more safer than having 4 or 5 cables on the ground running over to the plug. This is some temporary practice metal that I'm going to use right here, so that's why that's there. But I have Harbor Freight had the grinders on sale for Black Friday, so I picked up a couple of those. Ended up getting another at Walmart instead of driving back to Harbor Freight. And but my main grinder is this is DeWalt 11 amps. I'm sorry, it's got 11 amps, so it's the best one that I have, and I use it a lot. But starting on this side here, you have a head shield for grinding. You could use this helmet for grinding. It has a light screen because it's auto-darkening, and you'll see it in the video that posted below. But it's easier for me to lift it up, take it off, and put this on, especially if I'm getting mellow prepared to get started. So I put a new face shield on this one last week. You see the link in the bottom for Amazon where I got that from. You're gonna auto-darken helmet. This is really good helmet. I really like it. I got the settings pretty much perfect on it, and when I strike the arc, it goes dark and protect my eyes. Really pleased with that. Of course, you'll need some clamps. Got these on Amazon. I use a credit card throughout the month to operate on, run the household bills and stuff like that. And so usually every month I get a lot of points. And so I make me a list and just buy stuff as I go. And so I know I'm going to need some clamps, so I end up getting those with my Amazon points. Got that with my Amazon points. Bought this. This is some nozzle gel. When you MIG welding, stick it down in there and help keep the tips clean. This here is anti-spatter spray. you want to use it, you can spray it on the table, or you can spray it on the piece you're going to weld when you're using flux core, because it's real messy and leaves a lot of splatter. Here, of course, you're going to need a tape measure. This is a chipping handle for stick welding and for flux core welding. Knock the chips out to get the slag off. These here earplugs are suggested. A lot of people don't wear them, but they're suggested. Every now and then you get a wild spark that'll get in your ear, and so I bought these. This is stick in the ear, just for extra protection. Of course, you need a pen to mark stuff with. A lot of people used to use soapstone. Back when I was in high school, we used soapstone. But this here has pretty much control the market. It's Markel Silver Streak, and got this pen on Amazon, and it comes with several refills. These are some little lenses, replacement welding lenses, and what I got these for is to put on the camera. You look at a lot of welding videos and the camera flashes you. You know, you can't hardly see what they're doing. And so hopefully if this work out right, it's going to take care of that problem. Of course, you got some wire brushes here. This is a welding cap. I turn it backwards. It keeps the sparks from going down your neck. So I put this on backwards, and it kind of protect that because you have the shield helmet on the front. And here's some gloves to work metal, move stuff around. And these here are the gloves that I use to weld. They're kind of cumbersome. You lose a lot of dexterity with these, but they protect your hand. And I get a little bit better, I'll probably switch over these and not suggest it. You should use welding gloves. But these here give you a little bit more feel. You have a little bit more dexterity with those. And of course, here's an respirator. Use it when you're grinding and cleaning up your metal. This black stuff is called mill scale. You got to get it off and try to get it shiny like this so you can weld on. Those are some of my practice run there. Temperatures and stuff was not right, so that's why there's spatter like that. But you have to have a respirator. It's best to have a respirator when you're cleaning that off, grinding that off, so you won't inhale all of that. Here's one of my wire wheels here. It's good for cleaning off rust. It's just called a cup wire wheel. I got it at the local welding shop. And here's a neat little tool here. Got two of them that came in the packet. And what this is for letting you know, if you don't know right offhand, how thick your metal is. The numbers are stamped on here. They're hard to see, but you just put it on your piece of metal until it fit. And that came out to a 1/4 inch. So that's a 1/4 inch plate. And I know for a fact that this is 3/16, but you can just stick it on there, and wherever your slot's at, let you know. So that helps you with your setting, especially on stick welding and MIG welding. So that's what that was, those gauges for. You're gonna need some of these MIG pliers. Got that off of Amazon. Need a couple of stones. There's a grinding stone there. They're about $1.50 at a Harbor Freight. These stones here are flap discs to help clean up the metal and stuff. This here usually goes for $9.99. This is where you put your MIG torch when you're not welding. You need to take a break or need to change positions on something. You can take it off, and it's designed for your MIG gun to fit on there. Let's see where I got that thing at. Should be right here somewhere. But that's what that's for. You put your gun in and it'll hold your MIG gun for you. So back to the helmet, it was like $169 regular price, but I got it on sale for the Black Friday deal, $134. But I'm gonna put the prices down in the description. Here's one of the angle grinders here. Something you can do. The better ones have a paddle switch. I really like the paddle switch like this. You have to push this down and then turn it on. But this is what they had at Harbor Freight, the cheap ones, and I just need some extra ones just to use temporarily. They won't be used as much as the DeWalt will. This is called a grasshopper. It's kind of a third finger if you need to hold on to something real small. It'll hold on to it, and you just mash the spring here, and you can let it go. So when you need to tack weld, that's what that's for. This here is some wire to put on MIG welding. This is a self-shielding, so this is for flux core welding. You don't have to have any gas, and it's .035 on that. And here is some 60 E6011 electrode that you use on a stick welder. So this is 5 pounds. Yeah, that's a 5-pound box there. So I'm going to use those to practice on. Try to get decent enough to put my stuff together. These are some magnets if you need to hold stuff a certain way. It's great for helping you to mount things. It holds stuff together for you. So you can get the big ones or small ones. I just bought the small ones. They should be more than enough for me. But here's a nice deal here. You can get these off of Amazon. I think they're about $18, $19 or something. They come in a package of 4 magnets. But if you got to weld some pipe or something round, it'll hold them in place to where you can get a tack and stuff like that. So you just have to adjust that like you want it. And you can get a nice tack weld on something round. Of course, here's another cutting stone that I just had for demonstration purposes. So, like I said, I already had the table. Probably the 2 most expensive things is going to be the helmet, the type of welder that you get, and then the gas bottle. If you're going to do a lot of fabrication, you're probably going to need the big one, 125 CF. This is, like I said, a 55. And so the welder came with a valve and all the lines that you see, the electrical lines. So that's what came with the welder. So I'm going to put the information down in the description section. Just kind of give you a general overview to go. Another thing that you may want to add is a chop saw. Some people use a chop saw if they're going to do fabrication. And so they can range anywhere from $200 or more. And it helps cut the metal real good. And some people have plasma cutters. They run anywhere from $400 up to $1,000 or more, depending on how thick a material you're going to cut on a regular basis. But if you're a fabricator, it may make it worthwhile, and especially if you got a plasma table and a CNC table, I mean, and then you can cut out what you need. But for the hobbyist or just somebody want to learn to fix something, you know, that's what this video is about. Just kind of give you an idea of what you're going to need and kind of just set a base price that you can expect to pay. Okay. Well, thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you like these kind of videos, just hit the like button, hit subscribe, the little bell will come up. Hit the bell, then your automatic notification. You don't have to do anything. And hang around for the blooper at the end. I'm going to put just a little short video when I was trying to practice with the welder for the first time. Just trying to stick weld. Never doing more sticking than welding. All right, thanks. Have a good one.